What's up, you guys? I'm Ranzu, and today's video I will be showing you how to edit your policy. So this is your returns, shipping, refund policies. I will showing you how to set up your payment methods and how to edit the back end of your Shopify website or your Shopify store. A lot of this information is info that you will need to pull through to your actual website when you're editing the actual template or the look and feel of your site. So it's very important to make sure the back end is set up properly, that you've put in all the information that needs to be put there, you've connected everything that needs to be connected, and so forth. So let's just get into the video. In the next video I will be showing you how to edit the template, how to choose a template, and so forth. So yeah, make sure you subscribe, make sure you turn your notification bell on. This video was supposed to be posted a week ago, but flu season, guys, I'm sorry, but yeah, it's here now, so let's get into it. So the first thing you need to set up is your policies. That's very important. We did create a page for this when we created our pages and our menu earlier on. So Shopify does give you templates that you can edit. You can edit it with your business's information, and also there are certain things that you might want to remove or add to the template. Certain information that's included in the template does not apply to you as a South African business or to someone who sells to a South African customer base. So you can remove certain things and certain acts and stuff like that, right? If you want to add acts that are relating to South African consumers, then you can do that if you'd like. But yeah, keep it simple, straightforward, And then with shipping, they don't give you a template, but you can get one online. Just Google, guys. Google shipping policy template. Find one that you like, edit it, and put it there. Make sure you have all the important information, like how long shipping takes, the fact that it might take longer if circumstances change or if something is happening beyond your control. State that you can also include the companies you use for shipping, and that those are subject to change if you feel that they are no longer providing the best service, or if there's ever any situation you might use a different shipping company. Give as much information as possible. Mention your shipping rates, the fact that shipping rates are subject to change, based on whatever the cost, shipping cost, or all those things that have to do with shipping that can come up. Make sure you include that information in there. And then, yeah, just save your information. So now the next thing that you need to check or change is the languages that are used on your store. I keep it at English. I just feel like I don't see a need to add any other language, because why? English is the best. Leave it at English. Simplify things. And then sales channels. These are the different platforms on which you'll be able to sell, right? So this is where all those will appear. So because I've already added Google, Facebook, so they're not there, they're not on the list, but normally they will be there. Cool. The wholesale option is unavailable. It's only available for people on the Shopify Plus plan. That one is like the expensive one. So yeah, you can add or remove any sales channels. Locations. These are the places you're selling from. So if you have physical stores in different places, you'll add them there. If not, just add your home address or wherever you are selling from. That's the address, your location, right? Now, taxes and duties, because you are, in South Africa, and you need to be registered for like tag, for VAT and whatnot. So you would add it there. So if you are registered for VAT, at the bottom you would edit that, but I'm not registered for that, so I can't collect that. It doesn't make sense, and I don't think it's legal for me to be collecting that if I'm not registered for it. So I just leave everything at 0%, and also when I add my product, I do click, there's a box you take to say do not collect tax for this product. I will show you when you do add product, but yeah, it's automatically set to your company's default tax rate and stuff like that, and VAT rates. Now shipping, cool, this is where you can manage your shipping rates. So if you're going to have shipping rates for your products, this is where you're going to add them. So if you're going to have different shipping rates and all that, you can edit that or add that here. So cool, so that's how you add it. You can add, and then so you can set up your own rates, or you can use Carrier or app to calculate rates. So we don't have an app because we didn't have any app integrated to your store for shipping. Then you do have to set up your own rates. So you can like name it, like say local, for instance. So let's say you're like, okay, local within South Africa, or within the country, or within the province, or something like that. And then you can have a rate for that, right? You can base it on your order price to say, okay, so that rate applies if you order above 500 rand or whatever, right? Or you can base it on weight. So you can weigh your products beforehand. That when you're into them, when you add them as products, then you add the weight and it calculates the weight of the order at the end at checkout. So it will add up those products and their weights, and then if it's within that weight, that weight, and then the order price will be 100 rand. Then you can add another rate, and maybe for a higher weight or whatever, and you can make it the price higher so that if the order, the total order weighs more than that 2 kg or whatever, then it will charge them that, right? So cool. I created one that's local, so any local orders, meaning like orders within Cape Town that are within 1 to 2 kg is 100 rand. National, meaning all orders around South Africa, will be 150 rand. And then I can add an international shipping rate and say, any order, internationally, this is how much it costs, and change your conditions, whether it's based on the price or the weight or whatever. So yeah. So another thing, when it calculates the shipping, what do you call it, shipping price or something, or the shipping rate, I think it's going to charge like 100 rand for every 2 kg. So then as it increases, or if you only have that one rate, when the order is above that, then it will calculate whatever, but it will be above that 100 rand. You know what I mean? Cool. And then you can also, that whole free shipping for orders above 1,000 rand, or for orders above. So this is, you can create that here. So you see, so for orders that are above 1,000 rand, it's 0, it's free. The minimum price is 1,000 rand and up. So if anybody spends 1,000 rand and up, their shipping will be free at checkout. Cool. This is where it shows like the rest of the world, outside of your country. You can have a standard rate of 290, and you can edit the condition to say, okay, within these kgs or whatnot. So this is where you will edit all that relating to your shipping rates. Cool. Make sure you save your changes. Save your changes all the time. Right. Now for checkout. So at checkout, when you check out of a website or when you're buying something, there are always those questions and stuff like that, right? Where you have to fill in your information, like your address, your name, all those things, right? So this is where you can set what type of information is required when somebody checks out. So you can say accounts are optional or accounts are required, meaning does someone need an account to shop on your site? Do they need to create an account first, or is it optional? They can, and they can also shop without an account. So you can do that or give them that option. It's up to you. It depends on what you're selling, also what kind of store you have, whether or not you will require people to have an account. Cool. Contact method. So you can give them the option to either give your phone number on email when they're creating adding the information. And then, so select how customers can choose to get shipping updates. Click SMS or email. Do not click, well, you can click on the show link to download the shop app. I've never used the shop app, guys, so rather click, you can click on both the options or click on the first one only. So yeah, it's up to you. Cool. So then you can select that. So this is how they will receive updates, right? So you need to make sure that there is they have the option to either enter their SMS, I mean, their number or their email address, so they can have those two options. Now, the customer's information. So you can only request the last name, or you can request the first and the last name. I'd say request the first and last name so that later on when you want to communicate with them, you can do it on like a first name basis to make it more personal and to build that like relationship with the customer. And then the company name. If you are selling to individuals, there's really no point in requiring a company name. Um, if you want to be like me and you want to sell like wholesale, um, well, for this particular business, the idea is to go wholesale at some point. So I would like want to require accounts, to kind of, it's just easier. Require company name. Um, you can, and then on the address line, say optional with the apartment unit etc, because not everybody lives in an apartment building. Um, so yeah, you'll just need to select certain information so that you know. Now with this one, use the shipping address as billing address by default. Select it because nobody wants to be asked to switch, to you whether to enter that information and whatnot. And then after the order has been paid, do not fulfill any orders online. So when you fulfill an order, it means that like you're done, you've packed it, you've shipped it. So don't let it auto fulfill. Consent for marketing. Do not say it should be pre-selected. That is tricking people to subscribe to your mailing list. So it needs to ask. So don't select that option. Abandoned checkout emails. Send abandoned checkout emails automatically. Shopify does have that option. Like it does have that email that it sends out. You can change that. You can change the code. If you know how to code, if you don't know how to code, if you don't know anybody who does know how to code, please don't touch this. Just don't. You can read through the code though. Like some things make sense if you read through the code. It's a very simple code, but like I personally I don't touch because I don't know. I'm not good at coding. I don't know much about coding. I don't think I know anything about coding. So if you're like me, don't touch it. But if you want to add certain wording, as you can see, like you can literally read what's going on here, and it gives different options. So then the way it's coded, so it knows that like if the person bought one item, then it's gonna use the singular sentence. If the person bought multiple items, it's gonna use the sentence that talks about items. instead of item, stuff like that. You can edit if you want to um, change the wording of these sentences, right? But those sentences only. Anything else, if you edit things and things go wrong, people receive funny emails, that's on you. But yeah, this is basically the code. If you have somebody who is assisting you building your store and whatnot, and they know how to code and all that, then that person can, you know, do the things here. But other than that, friend, don't touch. Do not touch things that you don't know. But yeah, this is basically the code for the abandoned checkout emails. You know, the email that people get to remind them that when you started adding things to carts and then you start getting those email reminders. So yeah, these are the different like emails and the codes for the different like automatic emails that Shopify sends or Shopify has. Um, don't touch things like codes and stuff. Just don't. So yeah, this information, I'm just selecting things again because things kind of got messed up because I left this page without saving stuff. So yeah, I'm just selecting that. Make that optional. Cool. Address line, shipping address, required. All those things, you know. Um, cool. Oh, there's a place where I selected required for shipping address, phone number. Make sure you select that. People need to give you their number so that you can give it to the company, the courier company, so they can call the person when they get there. So make it a requirement. Anyway, yeah. So cool. These last two things, just ignore, save. That's that. Now, the next thing you need to set up is your payments. So automatically, there's always like that PayPal thing. If you have a PayPal account, you can click on activate PayPal. It will take you to the page where you need to enter stuff, or you can click on that first option to select a third-party payment option. So most of these ones that appear on the top are available in your country until you get there where it says unavailable in your country. Most of those, then going down, they're not available. Um, we're gonna use those payment options. They don't have rands and whatnot, right? So I use PayFast. When you create a PayFast account, you'll get a merchant ID and a PayFast merchant key. So this is PayFast. I clicked on that link and came here to the website, and you can create an account. Create a business account. Do not create an individual account. Create a business account. You can try and create an individual account. I've never tried. I've never created one, but I'd say create a business one. But it will require obviously a business name, registration, docs, and whatnot. But rather create that one. Once you've done that, you will have a merchant ID and a merchant key that you will enter over here, and you will click on activate. However, this might have changed because now I think I'm not sure if you still need to do this because now you need to go to the App Store, the Shopify App Store, and search for the PayFast app, install it, and then it does the whole thing. Like there was a whole step you need to follow and whatnot. So I don't know if it's a new thing that literally just I got an email about it recently. So yeah, but yeah, you need to do this as well. So yeah, that I'll take a look at as well and show you guys if need be. Cool. So some other details, right? You can add stuff if you have people working for you or working with you. You can add their names here, and they're able to like edit things and whatnot on your store. You can add collaborators. Collaborators are people who would like a developer who's like helping you build your store and whatnot. You can add them as a collaborator and you give them access to basically work on your store. They can edit your store, they can access the information on your store. Um, so, yeah, you can do that. Don't just give random people access to your store, please. But yeah, you can do that. You can add people, you can give people access to your store if they are like, okay, I can help you build your website and whatnot. Billing. So, billing is basically it just shows you your subscription. So if you add certain apps to your Shopify store and they require a subscription, a certain subscription, then it will also show up under your billing. So under your Shopify, it will show um, that that the amount is also due, whatever. And then your plan, you've selected your plan, that's where you will see it and how much you pay. Now your details, probably should have started here, but this is where these are details that you entered in the beginning. When you created your Shopify account, you entered certain details. You can edit others here and whatnot. Um, if you need to, your store currency, you selected South African Rand. You can change it, but once you receive your first order, you can no longer change your store currency. So make sure you select the right one before you start receiving orders. The only way you would have to be able to change it if you contacted them and they would help you with the whole process. But yeah, cool. Now the weight and stuff, that is the weight of your product. So when you enter products and then you want to enter their weight, so the default weight unit would be grams. For me, that's what I prefer. Your prefix and suffix, that is for like your order number. So your order numbers are automatically, hash, just like the hashtag, and then 1001. You can add like letters in front of it or behind it if you want a certain customized order number, blah blah blah. So yeah, guys, that is literally so that is how you edit the back end of your store. It's important information that you do need to have sorted out before you go editing the theme and the look of your site and all that. This is information that you need to have set up and completed and stuff like that. So yeah, in the next video we will be choosing a theme and editing that theme, adding our pictures and all that stuff. So make sure you have your notification bell on, make sure you are subscribed, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up so that more people can see it. Bye.